Had to turn my phone onto a presentable volume. Hello ladies and gents, everything between outside of it. I'm Sophia and welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So I've been getting comments since I started YouTube really to do a makeup routine, and I just always thought that it was only like one person that really wanted it. And then I actually filmed the whole thing for TikTok, and I couldn't be bothered because I just thought nobody would be interested. But then I kept getting more comments, and then I was like, okay, maybe I should do it. So I asked you guys some questions on Instagram that I could answer book or not book related. And while I do that, I'll give you a little bit of a makeup tutorial routine. I have my mirror, like right there, just so you know. So I'm going to try to keep eye contact with you guys, but it's going to be difficult. I'm going to be looking hideous for half the video. Like, my makeup is one of those trust the process videos because for half the time I look stupid and concerning. Okay, an easy one is when it's my birthday, the 8th of October. I was born in 2006, so I'm turning 17 this year. Don't know why that took me so long. I know my birthday, so wish me happy birthday on my birthday, please. Favorite chocolate bar? I am actually not that big of a fan of chocolate. I used to be, and now it's just like, I can only eat chocolate when I crave it, otherwise I don't think it's that good. My skincare routine, I was first not going to put it in, but it's two products. Oh, I'm actually going to be a beauty guru. So, the Ordinary, and then this one. So not the Hydra one, but the whatever shit I can't pronounce. I only recently found out you're not supposed to put this on your face. Oh my god, it's also almost empty. So I've been just doing it like this, but apparently you're supposed to put it in your hand and then on your face. This is like my third bottle. How's it going with learning Swedish? So I've been learning Swedish on Duolingo for, I think it's now like 630 days. So yeah, it's going better. I'm Swedish and I have a lot of family in Sweden, but I never learned the language. So yeah, I was like, why not learn the language so I can actually interact with my family without my mom being my personal translator. I'm now using the Hydrating Light Moisturizer by Simple. I've been using Simple literally since I was 12. Like, their moisturizer, their night cream, their day cream, their SPF. Do any of your friends also enjoy reading? Yes, but in a weird way, not to the extent. So they don't read like as crazy as I do, since I'm now on 60 books read this year. And most of them they just read like a book every now and then, rather than always having a book that they are currently reading. Now we're actually gonna start with makeup. So I have everything lined out, and I'm gonna do a specific way today. But I'm still gonna tell you products that I would have used otherwise. And I'm gonna quickly fill my beauty blender with water. I'm back. I use really like cheap makeup, by the way. So actually all of this is so cheap except for like my mascara. So I use this like Essence eyebrow palette, and I've had this for like 3 years as well. And I use the darker shade because the thing is, I think the lighter shade is too like ashy. And I used to use it, but then I just realized it looked a bit weird. And I have this brush. This is literally from Primark. This is also like my second one. One of the questions was, what are songs that you have on repeat right now? Me listening to music in general has gone down so much. I don't know why, it's just, I don't know, it's just gone down a little bit. Kind of scared to admit this, but I've been listening to this one song on repeat from a Dutch movie, and it's like the shittiest song like you'll probably ever hear, but I love it. I've been listening to it on the bike towards my test because I am currently in the middle of my end of years. I have been listening to that on the bike because I just, you know, I need that little motivational pump, little excitement in the morning. I don't know, it just helps. And then I've also really liked Worse by Always Never. I've known the song for like years and years, but I never appreciated the song. I do have a Spotify and it's open, so like it's in my link tree, but I don't think it's, I'll put it in the description. What camera do I use? I use the Sony ZV-7. So I have these two eyebrow gels that I use. This one's from Primark, this one's from Essence, and this one has like a tint to it, and this one doesn't stay as long as this one because this one feels like hair gel. So it depends on like what the occasion is or how long I want my makeup to stay on. Like, if it's just like I feel bored throughout the night and I quickly want to do my makeup, then I'll probably do this one, or if it fits to look better. But now I'm gonna do this one because it's only like one and I want my makeup to stay. So dream occupation. So this is actually a difficult question because I know what I want to study, and that's forensic psychology, but the occupation bit is a bit difficult because it's not like, I don't know, because I have this very specific, I don't know what it's called, because I don't want to like be like, oh yeah, I want to be a profiler, because then everyone's just gonna think of Criminal Minds, and I do love Criminal Minds, but I wanted to be a profile before Criminal Minds. But if you have watched Mindhunter, I forgot her name, but there's this lady that comes in, and she doesn't go out in the field that much, but she mainly just sits and then kind of profiles and just does stuff like that. That's me. I don't necessarily always want to be out in the field running after crazy people because I'm the most unfit person you will ever meet. So sitting on a chair discussing people is more of a bit of me. I do want to go into like the profiler field. Why did you choose for an international school? For blush, I use this Baby Lips like Chicken Lip. I've had this one for like, this is my 5th one. I've had this since I was like 10 and I love this. This is the wrong step. I take that back. So I use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I used to use like the shitty one from Essence, and then my friend told me to use this one, and I've been loving it. The question was, why did you go to an international school? Like, why did you choose for an international school? So this is actually a bit of a story. So first I just went to a bilingual school, and then I was there for 2 years, 7th and 8th grade. I had friends that did go to an international school, and my mom did kind of want me to go to an international school already before 7th grade, but I really wanted to go to this other school, whatever. But they both taught IB, so my mom was happy. And then when I started getting close to my friends at the international school, they convinced me to go to an open day, and I ended up actually really wanting to go. I mainly moved schools because the other school, I didn't love the education nor the people. Like, I still follow some people and they're super nice, but just at that time they were just not nice to me, and I was just like, if you're not going to be nice to me, I don't really want to be here every day, you know? Ever since I've been to my international school, I've had, I don't want to say like a blast, because like my life hasn't always been a blast, but I've had a really good time, and like the education is a lot better. Literally the second I moved schools, my grades improved so much. Like, they were still shit, but they improved so much in theory, and I don't know, it was just nice to not be like in an environment where everyone literally hates on you. Next year I have my final exams, so I'm busy myself, and obviously, as I said, I'm currently in my end of years, so that's also important. How do you read so much in a day? I've been actually not reading at all. Like, I've been only listening to audiobooks for like the past 2 weeks, mainly because I'm studying, but also because if I do have the time, I just don't want to do anything. I want to lay in my bed and literally sleep and cry. I used to be able to read so much because, one, I had the Kindle app on my phone, so literally if I was quickly standing in line somewhere, I could just read. And I have the Kindle app on my laptop as well, so I don't take this advice from me because it's actually really bad, but I would read during school and sometimes during class if class was extremely boring. But then towards the end of the year, when like it became more important that I paid attention and I really had to make notes, I started doing that less, and also because I just had to film less videos, so I didn't have to necessarily read that much during school, because I'm a mood reader, so it really depends on if I have the stuff that I want, you know, like if I have what I'm craving to read. Because recently I've been trying to read more of my physical TBR, but it's just not been working because I don't have anything that I crave at the moment. Like, I do, but then it's like I'm too lazy, you know? So I'm now, this time I am using the baby lips. This was again the wrong step, but I don't think it matters that much. I cannot multitask if you do not notice. Okay, this is gonna be controversial. So somebody asked, do you listen to Taylor Swift? Before I continue, usually I use these Primark bronzer and contour, but I don't really want to go for a too sharp look today. So I'm just gonna use this one from Revolution. It's like a stick. And then I have this Real Techniques brush. Oh, no, this is actually a Primark brush, I think. I just put it on the brush instead of on my face because I realized that doesn't really work, and then I contour. Taylor Swift. Like, I've tried to like get into her music because every time like I hear a song on TikTok and like that's going more viral, I'm like, oh, I can really appreciate the song, you know, it sounds good. I think, I don't know, but it's just not really something I would listen to. I've just never been into that type of music, if that makes sense. Like I've had every single music phase you can think of, but Taylor Swift just never, I don't know, she never really crossed me. What do you listen to when you read? I am actually terrible at listening to music when I read. So I have tried, because often, you know, like a lot of books, they like the playlist has become a lot more popular where the author puts a playlist at the start of the book. And I've tried, trust me, I've tried, but my ADHD does not allow me, because I just, especially if it's a song I know, like I'll just get distracted and I'll just be like, oh yeah, this is a good song. I use this cute little highlighter from Revolution that I've also had for like 3 years. And then these sleek brushes that I got also like 3 years ago. But yeah, no, I've tried and sometimes it works. It really depends on like what mental state I am. But it does like cause me to read a lot slower. I've seen some people that watch TV when they read, and I don't know how to do that. That's actually a miracle. Like sometimes lo-fi will do, but then I just get sleepy because I listen to lo-fi in order to sleep, so that doesn't really help. Is it hard to manage YouTube while also doing school? I'm gonna be honest, yes. The amount of times that I've not uploaded a video because I was too tired because of school, or I just wasn't in a mental state to do it, it does get very difficult. Also because I would sometimes prioritize YouTube and reading over school, which is obviously not good. But then at least I felt like I'm doing something slightly productive. This is a translucent powder that I use. I have had this for like 5 years. Don't even know where I got this. I think I got this in like one of those goodie bags that you get, like I got it at like a children's festival. But I like, let me show you guys, because this is like, I grabbed the little thing up because this is like the little like cushion that you get. I shake up all the powder because it holds a lot of powder. Okay, this is too much effort. And then I grab this little sponge And I just kind of I have to like make sure that no powder comes on my leg. And then I just do like the most basic like line. And usually it's better. I don't know why she's being a bit dry. Ooh, this is a new technique. That works. But yeah, no, it does get very difficult because I get overwhelmed sometimes with the amount I need to do. And I like don't want to let anyone down by not uploading. And I think it's also kind of not letting myself down because I told myself I could do this and multitask. And sometimes I do get jealous by the like content that other people can create because they're not in school or uni or whatever. So then they have more time and more like energy to create like better content. And then I like beat myself up about it. But then I'm like, Sophia, you're like literally like dying of like tiredness. Like it's a wonder that you're still like awake. Like just because like my channel isn't growing as quickly as other people, like they have all the time in the world to work on the channel, you don't. And then that like slips my mind way too often. How did you and your boyfriend meet? He actually just moved to my school. Like he moved from Australia back to where I live. Because he actually lived in the same like childhood town. Like we lived like literally like not far away from each other, but we never met, we never knew of each other. We actually knew similar people. Like for example, his best friend was my neighbor, but I haven't even heard of his name before he moved to my school. Anyway, so then he got put in my class and we had this project together. So I talked to him then once, and then this one time in art class we sat next to each other, and then I just showed him like weird photos of myself. I had this like random party and I looked like this, and I guess that just what attracted him. No, but yeah, and then we started talking. I looked him up on Instagram, realized that we have so many like mutual followers, and I was really confused, like how do you know these people? And then we talked. I invited him over to watch Eurovision, and then we started hanging out a lot more and talking also at school, and then we dated. Like we dated after like literally like 3 weeks of knowing each other, but we've been dating for over a year now, so that has been working out. And then somebody also asked how to maintain a healthy relationship like mine, because her and her boyfriend broke up, and I'm sorry. I wish you all the luck and help and love. Before I answer that question, I keep teasing you guys. Mascara, because that's the next step, because sometimes I do like waterline, sometimes I don't. Might do it later today if I feel like it, but I have two. So this is my Essence one, and I love this one. And I use this more for like when I go to school, or I don't want it to like last all day, or like if it smudges, I don't really care. This one's from Benefit, and then this is their real one. And this one I use for like long nights, because this one doesn't come off. Like it doesn't even make your lashes like sink or whatever. Like it does not come off. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one because I still have to film another video after this, so, and study. But yeah, so me and my boyfriend, we like basically before we even started dating, I was like, these are like the things that I have and I do struggle with. I'm like open about this on my channel, but I'm neurodivergent. I have ADHD and autism, and my life's not been the best. She's been a bit rough. So I told him all about it even before we started dating, because I was like, if you cannot deal with this and you can't be there for me if I need you, then like I'd rather you just step away now rather than it later becoming too much for you to handle, you know? We never have like big arguments, but we do have little fights, just because I'm being stubborn and I don't want to say something, or I don't want to tell him I'm upset or whatever, or stuff like that, or small stuff that like we bother each other. This is gonna be the most cringy thing you've heard in this video, but communication is key. It is. Like, honestly, like, I even still need to work on that, because sometimes I'm just too, like, petty to say what I feel. I'm like, no, it's okay, I'm fine. You have to guess why I'm upset. Like, it's so stupid. Like, and I know that it's stupid, but just in the moment, sometimes it's a bit different. And I think just really be open with each other. Because me and my boyfriend were literally the most, like, we are both the stupidest people I know. Like, in terms of, like, we're just weird. And it's been working. Like, I don't know, we just don't make too big of a deal of it. We have set, like, boundaries. We, like, know how often we want to see each other. Like, it's very, I don't know, like, we also make sure we go on dates enough. Like, that's also, I think, really important. Like, making sure that you, like, do stuff together and not just sit around and just watch TV or something. Like, of course, that's nice, especially in the winter, because in the winter, like, for us here, like, the only really thing you can go do is to the movies or go out for dinner, and you don't always feel like doing that, especially if it's like freezing outside. So we just like allowed ourselves to just relax, but then also we were like, yeah, we should do something like the second it gets warmer again, and we went to like a botanical garden. Like what? I don't know, it's just like if you see something cute, and it doesn't even have to be like something big. Like one time I just got like this bracelet making set, and we made bracelets, or playing a board game. Like, it sounds so stupid, but it's actually really fun. I think just like small stuff, really. For example, like not everyone always does this, because not everyone's like big on like small celebrations, but me and my boyfriend, we celebrate every single month that we've been together. Our last anniversary was 13 months, like 1 year and 1 month. And he got me a water bottle, because I've been asking for it, because I was like, Nick, I want you to buy me that water bottle, because I wanted him to. And we did it. I made him a little countdown calendar because we're going on holiday together. So, you know, I didn't even pay money for that. That's just stuff that I had at home, and I wrote down a little message for every single day. And then he can cross it off until we have summer holidays. So I think just like small stuff is important. Okay, I'm gonna quickly do my mascara off camera. Because this is gonna not, I can't talk. Mascara is done. There's some mascara like on my eyelids, but I always let that dry before I take it off, because otherwise it just smudges everywhere, and that's just too much effort. Yeah, I'll answer one more question. How do you get out of a reading slump? Don't ask me right now. I've been in the fattest reading slump of my life. Normally, I use this like Essence lip liner with this lipstick. They're both 204. I don't know where the lipstick is right now, but this one. But I got this new lip tint from Essence. So I want to wear that with this lip liner because I realized that they match. Reading slump, the thing is, really the only solution is reading, and it sounds so stupid, but it is. You have to pick up a book and read. For me, what sometimes helps is audiobooks or just Kindle, because it doesn't take as much effort as like a normal physical book. Maybe try like a shorter book that you own, a author that you really enjoy, if you still have a book from them that you haven't read. And I think consuming a lot of book content is always good. I notice when I don't watch a lot of book talk or booktube or whatever that I don't read as much, because I'm not constantly consuming more new content about it that it's like, oh yeah, this is what book is like, this is what reading is like, I want to read now, you know. It's first really pink, but lip tint, and it's like moisturizing, so eventually it kind of sinks into your lips. I think I went a little bit overboard. Everything's going super smooth here, guys. But yeah, no, I really want to get out of this book reading slump, but I've just not been in the mood. So it's like really, like I've had zero energy. And even if a book sounds good to me, it's just like, do I really want to go through all that effort right now? That sounds so stupid, but like, I don't know. That is what it's like half of the time. Good luck, babe. Honestly, getting in a reading slump is like one of the most difficult things on this planet. So I'm wishing you all the luck that you need. And yeah, this is a bad tip, but going book shopping always helps. But then, maybe not the best tip. It's giving Barbie. And then I have this Fix and Last setting spray from Essence. Nothing special. It always feels like it's so much, but I've seen like people put like a whole layer, like as if they just got like fucking, as if it was raining outside. But that's just a bit too much for me. That was my little makeup routine. It's really nothing special, but you guys wanted to know. Yeah, if you have any questions for me still, like I'll answer them in the comments, like that's no problem. Or if I didn't answer your question, you just re-ask it in the comments. If you're still watching, comment this little emoji here, and I'll see you when I see it.